Hello, my name is Dr. Mardikar and I'm a resident of South Gloucestershire. I'm of a BAME background and I also have a medical condition that makes me more vulnerable to COVID 19. But like many other people of BAME background, I was skeptical about taking COVID vaccine. My reasons were primarily because of the trial fiasco we heard that a wrong dosage was administered to some trialists, and it was serendipity that the lower dosage gave better efficacy. It made me think we were lucky, but how confident should we be of hasty trials with glaring mistakes? Incidentally, I'm also a biotechnologist with a scientific research background, and I know mistakes do happen at an individual experimental level. But that does not change the overall conclusions of the trial. But my scientific mind keeps on asking further questions. I understand the basic molecular biology of messenger RNA. In any cell, the transcription translation sequence is DNA to messenger RNA to protein. And without getting into any details, our immune system needs to be exposed to the antigen protein to trigger an immune response. The traditional vaccines introduce the protein or part of the protein to elicit an immune response. But this new COVID vaccine, they do not use a protein. Instead, it's the messenger RNA mimicking the viral code that is introduced. This messenger RNA uses our own protein machinery to produce the protein that triggers the immune response. This technology is new. No one really knows the long term effects of a synthetic messenger RNA introduced in our body and how it affects the production of our normal body proteins. These are frontiers of molecular medicine yet to be explored and understood fully. Hence the nervousness in trying this new vaccine. But think about it, the virus. The virus too hijacks our protein machinery when we have a viral attack and we recover. So there is hope something similar would happen. And think about it, how else could they have developed a vaccine so quickly if they did not use messenger RNA? They had to make it specific and targeted against COVID 19, and there was no other choice but to go down the path of molecular medicine. What choice do we have given the virus is out there and is killing people? So, for me personally, I have to decide in between the risk of dying from the virus versus the risk of something going wrong with my body because of long term effects of expressing a synthetic protein in my body. Hmm, a difficult one. But I think the threat of immediate death from this deadly virus is far more than long term effects of the vaccine. I had a call from my hospital nurse, and she advised me to go for a vaccine, given that I had a double whammy as far as my vulnerability to COVID is concerned. First, my ethnic propensity, and second, my medical vulnerability. She herself had suffered from COVID in the early stages of the pandemic, but was lucky and survived and recovered. She recounted her horrible experience of feeling really sick, tired, and pain and the choking of her lungs. She was just not wanting to go through it all over again, and she got herself vaccinated. She told me she did not have any major side effects and was fine enough to continue her nursing duties. This story has given me a bit more confidence to take the vaccine now that it's available rather than to go down the path of sufferings. I must recount one particular sentence my nurse uttered, and it is still ringing in my ears. What's the worst that can happen? The vaccine may not work for you, But what have you got to lose? Even if it works only partially, you're better off than not having a jab at all. So, although I'm still with several questions in my mind, I've decided to go for the vaccine. It can't be that bad, as after all, it's been cleared by MHRA, and you do not get approvals from a regulatory body without passing all safety tests. And logic tells me it's better to take this vaccine and die another day. We have an SGREN event on the 26th of Jan. SGREN is the South Gloucestershire Race Equality Network, and we are going to bring in experts to discuss just this. So make sure you join this event. It's available on Eventbrite. So please do register and clear all the doubts you may have about you taking a vaccine. Thank you.